Hello guys, welcome to Payad 5. Special greetings to my 7th grade students. So, if you are new in this channel, please don't forget to hit subscribe to follow our regular videos and don't forget to hit the bell button notifications. So today I'm going to discuss about a very common and very important topic in math, that is the unit rate problem solving. So a unit rate tells us how much of something per 1 unit of something else. So for example, the car can go 1,000 kilometers on 50 liters of the fuel. So when we ask what's the unit rate here, we're actually asking how many kilometers will the car go in 1 liter per 1 liter. So every one. So that's the meaning of unit rate. So to do that, of course, we will divide 1000 by 50. Okay, because since we are asking for every, then we will divide 1000 by 50. So the answer is the unit rate is 20 kilometers per liter. So that's 1000 divided by 50. Second, in the last 4 weeks, Sam earned $2,000. So what's the unit rate here? So we're going to divide 2,000 divided by 4. So it's like asking how much will Sam earn every week per week? So 2,000 divided by 4 is $500. Okay? So let's now have our first problem. Number 1. Ryan walks 12 miles in 3 hours. How many miles does he walk per hour? So every 1 hour. Okay, so unit rate here is dividing 12 by 3, and that is 4. Ryan can walk 4 miles. Okay, miles per, you can write per like that, hour. Right? Number 2. Which is, Number 2. Which is the better buy? A 12 pack of Pepsi for $3.50 or a 6 pack of Pepsi for $1.80, $1.8. So, which do you think is the better buy? 12 pack or the 6 pack? So, to do that, we're going to solve for each unit price. Remember, you have to start with the price. 3.50 divided by, so when we use a bar, that means division. So 3.50 divided by 12. And the second one is 1.80 divided by 6. All right, so this is the result of the computation. The first one is $0.29 and the second one is $0.3. So if we're going to analyze it, we can say that the 12 pack costs less. This is the cheaper one, so it means $0.29 per. Number 3, you go to the grocery store to buy dog food. The store has 3 sizes available: a 20-pound bag for $23.44, an 8-pound bag for $9.88, a 40-pound bag for $49. And which bag? Question is, which bag is the better deal? Which bag is better price, the cheaper one? So again, to do that, we're going to find the unit price. So we will just divide this 23.44. Okay, remember, you're going to divide the price by how many pounds in each bag. So there is 20 pounds, there are 20 pounds in each bag. So 23.44 divided by 20. Right? Then 9.88 divided by 8. 49 divided by 40. Let's find out which one is smaller value. Let's find out which is cheaper. So after dividing, we got these values. First one results to 1.176. The second one is 1.235 and the third is 1.225. So if we analyze that, the first one is the smallest amount. That means this is the cheaper. This is the better the better deal. $1.176 per pound. So this is the answer, the 20-pound bag. All right, number 4. If it took 7 hours to mow 4 lawns, then at that rate, how many lawns can be mowed in 35 hours? So I'm going to present here two methods to solve this. One is the table method. The second is the butterfly method. Okay, we call it butterfly method. Some say it cross multiplication method. All right, so I'm going to divide it into two. So in the table method, of course, we're going to use the table. Okay, so we will create two columns here. One column is for the time, okay, and the other column is for the number of lawns. So let's just say it's L. Okay, so the first statement, the given is 7 hours to mow 4 lawns. So put the 7 hours under the time and 4 number of lawns in here. Okay, it's really important that you categorize that into two. It's really important that you put that in the proper place. Okay, next. How many lawns could be mowed in 35 hours? So as you know, 35 hours refers to time. So you have to put 35 under the column of time. Okay, so 35. So what's unknown? How many lawns? So we will represent the unknown as x. All right, the variable x. That is the amount of, the number of lawns for in 35 hours. All right, so to solve a table method, you're going to find out the scale factor that exists in the row that is complete, in the row that has the two data. So if we divide 7 by 4, so I'll just write here 7 divided by 4. The answer is 1.75. All right. So what is that 1.75? So again, that's the factor that was multiplied to 4 to get 7. So we're gonna use that to solve the x here. So if we're going to look at that, you can say 1x times 1.75 equals 35. So how do you do that? We find the reverse, all right? Because the unknown is in the left side. So let's do the reverse of multiplying. That's dividing. So 35 divided by 1.75, then that gives us the x. So we're going to divide this by 1.75. Okay, and the answer is 20. So we can check, can substitute the 20 here. So if we will multiply 20 by 1.75, then we get 35. All right, so that's the table method. Now, how about the butterfly method? So in the butterfly method, we're going to apply our knowledge on ratio and proportion, okay, or getting equivalent ratios. So in the first statement, it took 7 hours to mow 4 lawns. We can create a ratio 7 hours is to 4. All right, that means 4 lawns. 7 is to 4. Equal to another ratio we can create is based on the next question. How many lawns could be mowed in 35 hours? So the number of lawn is unknown. So again, if it is unknown, we will represent it as x. So remember, if you put the number of hours on top of the ratio, you need to put the other time also on top. Okay, be consistent. So like this one, we put at the bottom left is the number of lawns. So in the right side of the equation, that's the bottom right, we will also put here the number of lawns. Since we are asking for that, that's unknown, then we represent that as x. Okay, and the time given here is 35 hours. So you're going to put 35 on the top. So again, check if you have put the numbers, the quantities in the proper place. 7 refers to the number of hours, 35 the number of hours. Okay, so we are consistent. We have put 2, cross multiply that, and as if we're gonna make a butterfly. All right, that one. I'm gonna use red here. Okay, so you are cross multiplying. So look at that. Looks like a butterfly, right? So that's why it's called butterfly method. Okay, so solving the butterfly method means we are cross multiplying the two. Right, so let's begin with 7 times x. Okay, so it's like you're forming an x here. 7 times x, we can just say 7x. All right, now we will multiply this time 4 times 35. Okay, so 4 times 35. 4 times 35 is 140. All right, so let's ask this time. What is 7 times? Let's ask this time. 7 times what gives us 140? So we will do the reverse. We would say 140 divided by 7, right? 140 divided by 7. The answer is, it's the same, 20. Right, so the answer is still 20. So which do you think, guys, is easier? All right, now this is a long method. This shows a long solution, but we can just quickly have a technique here, all right, for the butterfly method to make our solving faster. Now, if you already got the concept of how we solve for x, we can just we can just simply use the technique here. First, you're going to multiply the diagonal side that has two numbers, two quantities like this one, 4 and 35. Okay, you multiply those two, 4 times 35, that's 140. All right, and then you just immediately divide it by the remaining number, which is 7. Again, 4 times 35 divided by 7, that's 140 divided by 7. The answer is 20. Ymerrie can walk 6 kilometers in 3 hours. If she has to walk 10 kilometers, how much time will it take her? Okay, so we will solve this using the two methods again, the table and the butterfly method. So table method, we're going to make a table. So let's have the left column as the time and the right column the distance. Okay, so first given 6 kilometers in 3 hours. So we'll write 3 here under the time and 6 kilometers under distance. Next, if she has to walk 10 kilometers, so 10 kilometers, remember 10 kilometers refer to the distance. So we're going to put 10 here. And the unknown, how much time will it take her for 10 kilometers? So we will represent that as x. Okay, so let's find out the scale factor. Here it's easy to solve because we can just say 3 times 2 equals 6, right? So our scale factor is 2. So that means 6 divided by 2 is 3, or 3 times 2 is 6. So let's ask now, x times 2 gives us 10. So what would that number be? So simple, it's just 10 divided by 2, right? So 10 divided by 2 again. The 2 comes from the scale factor, 6 divided by 3. All right, so 10 divided by 2 is 5. Therefore, the answer here is 5 hours. Okay, now using the butterfly method. So we can write the 3 hours on the top. Again, it doesn't matter where you put it, for as long as you are consistent on the other side. Okay, so I will put 3 hours on top, and at the bottom is 6 kilometers. So in the other side of the equation, going in the other side, we're going to have a ratio 10 kilometers is to unknown, right? Okay, now since I put the 3 hours on top, I will put the unknown, which is the time, on top also. All right, 10 kilometers at the bottom. Again, check. Again, you have to check if you are consistent. 3 refers to the time, number of hours. X, that's the unknown, how much time. So we're good. And this one, 6 kilometers, 10 kilometers. So we are consistent, we're good to go. So let's apply now the butterfly method. All right. So that's the first wing and the second. Okay, again, let's use the fast way here. So multiply the side that has complete numbers. 3 times 10, that's 30. And then immediately divided by 6, which is the unknown. So 30 divided by 6 is 5. All right. Number 6. After 3 hours, Rachel had traveled 125 miles. If she travels at a constant speed, how far will she have traveled after 5 hours? All right. So again, table method, time, distance. Right. First given, 3 hours. Rachel can travel for 195 miles. How about after 5 hours? How much will she have traveled? All right. So we will represent again the distance, the unknown distance as x. All right. So let's find out the scale factor. 3 times what gives you 195, or 195 divided by 3. Right by left, 195 divided by 3. The answer is, so 195 divided by 3 is 65. So again, the 65 here is the scale factor. So what is 5 times 65? The answer is 325. So that is the value of our x. Therefore, we can say that it will take, okay? Now, butterfly method. 3 hours, 195 miles. Okay, 3 is to 195. Right side, let's make another equivalent ratio of this. 3, 195. All right, in the right side, the unknown is the distance. So the distance here is 195 miles, the first ratio. So we will put the unknown consistent to that, which is the bottom right, x. And the given time is 5 hours. So again, check. So again, check if you're consistent. 3 hours, 5 hours, 195 miles, unknown miles, right? So we're good to go. So 195 times 5 is 975. And then we will just immediately divide it by 3. That is 325. All right, number 7. Yana works at the grocery store. She can serve up to 2 customers in 8 minutes. At this rate, how many customers can she serve in 40 minutes? Right, so tabular method, table method. I'm going to make a table here, customers, and the other side is time. So first given is 2 customers in 8 minutes. 2 customers in 8 minutes. So scale factor, 2 times 4 is 8. Again, 8 divided by 2 is 4. Right? So the scale factor scale factor is 4. So now the second row will be, how about in 40 minutes? So we're going to put 40 under time. All right? 40 under the time. And then we will represent the unknown as x. That's the number of customers. So 2 times 4 is 8. So 4 is the scale factor. X times 4 gives you 40. So what would that be? It's 10, right? Or you can just simply divide 40 by the scale factor. That's 4. The answer now is, 10. Okay, so there will be 10 customers in 40 minutes. Now, how about using so let's use the butterfly method. So 2 customers in 8 minutes. So 2 over 8. 2 is to 8 equals 40 minutes. Where shall we put 40 minutes? Number of customers is 40 minutes. So again, we put the 8 at the bottom. So we're going to put the 40 minutes at the bottom too, right? Okay, so minutes, minutes. 8 minutes, 40 minutes. 2 customers, unknown. How many customers? Right? So we are consistent now. Let's form the wings. These are the two. This is the side that has two quantities. So we will just multiply that. 2 times 40, that's 80. Right? Then that's the side that has x. Okay. So again, 2 and 40 is 80. Then just divide it immediately by, then just divide the 80 by 8. And that gives us 10. Alright, so we have the same answer. So there are 10 customers in 14 minutes. That's it. So it's up for you to decide which is easier, the table method or the butterfly method. So I hope you learned something today. Watch out for our next videos here in Payad 5. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Bye.